Hey everybody, how are you? My name is Bob Trezise. I'm President and CEO of Lansing Economic Area Partnership, LEAP, and we're proudly Ingham, Eaton, and Clinton County, Greater Lansing, Global Lansing's regional economic development agency. We got a lot going on. We have a lot to talk about this week. You're watching and listening to LEAP Weekly. Let's get right on with it. At the end, I might just talk a little Michigan State basketball. You won't want to miss that. We have some really great events coming up. There's so much going on in the fashion industry here in Lansing. We're the state's hub to an emerging countrywide and statewide fashion industry right here at the Runway, which is one of only 6 fashion incubators in the United States, located right here in downtown Lansing in the NAPS building. We have a lot of programs coming up. We often have fashion shows. One event that I want to bring to your attention is on March 15th. This is our Fashion 411 speaker series. And we're very pleased to have Andrea Rosenfeld, who is from Detroit Art and Business Institute. She'll be speaking from 5:30 to 7:30 at the Runway. And if you would like to attend, the seating is limited, very valuable program. Go to Runway Fashion 411 or just go to purelansing.com and you can get the ticket information to attend this really wonderful, creative, and fun fashion speaking event. March 15th is also an important date for our Lansing Proto program, which is our region's equity investment fund owned by LEAP. And this is an effort to take 2 really great product-related businesses a year, startup businesses, and take them from idea to marketplace in just 6 months' time. And we invest money from an equity standpoint, and then we provide tremendous, aggressive services through that 6 months and take companies to market. March 15th is a deadline for our 2nd annual Lansing Proto program. I want to report to everybody that the deadline has passed for LEAP's annual placemaking program. This is where, in our attempt to build a different image for our region, one that people still think Rust Belt, I have no idea what they're talking about. We're a very sophisticated, technology-oriented environment. But anyway, we need to continue to, I guess, shift the perception from Rust Belt to, again, one of sophistication and creativity. And so we always give 3 $10,000 grants to communities and organizations to put in a strategic location out in the public, a permanent art piece of some sort that really represents our wealth and opportunity and sense of fun and creativity. This helps businesses demonstrate to the talent that they're trying to keep and retain that we're a great, emerging, exciting environment. We've done 22 of these, and we're going to do 3 more this year, and we had 8 awesome applications this year, which is the most applications we've had yet. So it's going to be a lot of fun for our LEAP Placemaking Committee to make those decisions. Today is another big deadline for LEAP and for our region, because today is the deadline for all poets throughout the 3-county area who are wishing to apply to become the region's first ever Lansing Poet Laureate. This is the Capital City Lansing Poet Laureate program. We have a selection committee that's in place, and it's going to be absolutely marvelous. Again, just a small idea, but not unimportant idea. It demonstrates the kind of community that we're emerging into and becoming, one that is very creative, one that is fun, one that really respects arts and culture, and one that really knows how to retain and attract talent for our business community. So congratulations and thank you to the Poet Laureate Committee. It's going to be a lot of fun and exciting to see how many incredible Poet Laureates applicants that we have. Michigan State University has an amazing poetry program. In the last couple of years, they've had 2 National Poet Laureates here speaking and reciting poetry. Of course, the Lansing Poetry Club is absolutely a wonderful club that meets and is open to the public. You should come down and read some of your poetry or just listen to poetry once a month as well. Daily and weekly, LEAP is working on our initiatives. Not only are we working on projects, brick and mortar, and we got great local stuff going on, but we have huge money from a half a dozen or more investors, developers looking at our region from outside of the state. But of course, we have our actual initiatives, our programs. In this case, I want to talk about business attraction real quickly. We have, as you know, a plan this thick and an excellent nuclear particle accelerator committee that meets once a month with Michigan State University, NIAWave, Ionetics, and LEAP leads that committee, putting together our strategies and recruitment efforts to build North America's top region for particle acceleration. Around the FRIB tomorrow and the accelerator today, and even beyond the FRIB. So this week our Vice President of Business Attraction, Brent Case, who is on behalf of you going around the world and the country trying to recruit businesses, he was at the High Country Nuclear Medicine Conference, the 38th annual conference in Colorado this week, along with our private companies Ionetics and Niawave, a partnership with them, recruiting nuclear particle accelerator businesses to our region and explaining why we are the top region in North America, possibly the world, in this emerging industry. So thanks a lot, Brent. Great job. I know you got a lot of leads. Just another of the many examples of LEAP in a very strategic way recruiting new businesses and starting new industry right here in the Lansing area. Finally, I want to congratulate Lansing Mayor Verge Bernero this week. He announced that he will not be running for a 4th term. He is going to serve 3 terms as City of Lansing Mayor. That's 12 years. I'm not sure if that's a record for any mayor in Lansing's history, but it certainly is a major milestone in achievement and an indicator of how popular he's been in the City of Lansing and how competent and visionary of a mayor he has been. So over his 12 years, and of course I personally worked and ran his economic development department from 2006 through 2011. Of course, the last 5 years I've been employed by LEAP, our board of directors here at LEAP, but we've had a contract with the City of Lansing. They're our client, and we've been running their economic development program as well as being the region's economic development agency, which has been an amazing business model in the way to cooperate and do regional economic development. Outstanding effort, and thank you to Mayor Bernero for agreeing to put in place that kind of business model. But just a couple observations. Over that span of 12 years, they've done well over, the City of Lansing proper has done well over $2 billion of economic development project, that's investment, and over 12,000 jobs. And those are direct jobs, not multiplier effects or construction jobs. So it's an amazing record, diversified. The last 2 years, after 40 or whatever, how many years of population loss, the City of Lansing has had 2 straight years of population increase. And of course, I will know that all of those economic development efforts were during the greatest economic recession, if not depression, since the Great Depression. Times were not easy. So everything was a struggle. And yet to do the achievements in these scores of projects and buildings rehabbed and contaminated sites cleaned up all over the entire city is really a tribute to Mayor Bernero and his entire team. So now there's going to be a new election, and I personally think that the City of Lansing has been amazing over the last 20 years in putting in place apparently a tradition of having great mayors who really emphasize and know and are interested and love economic development. Mayor Hollister and Mayor Bernero. Mayor Bernero built on the great shoulders of Dave Hollister. Now a new mayor will build on the great shoulders of Mayor Bernero and hopefully be the third in a string of tradition of strong economic development vision. Secondly, I'm very encouraged by the talk of an increase in regionalism and regional talk. This is the right way to go as well. So economic development and regionalism, that's what LEAP is all about. Apparently that's what are going to be 2 important topics in the mayoral campaign. Good luck to all of the candidates who will be running for mayor. Of course, LEAP is apolitical and does not endorse or get into politics. We just do economic development. Now, on to something really important, which is, of course, Michigan State University basketball, Tom Izzo and the team. And I just want to make a very, very early prediction. The Big Ten tournament is next weekend, and then, of course, following that is the NCAA tournament. I think that this year represents the absolute best year that Tom Izzo has ever coached. I mean, this team has been decimated by injuries and people leaving for the NBA and everything else. He's had 4 freshmen. They are incredible freshmen. But for Izzo to squeeze out of this team the amount of victories that he has and the great fun that the games have been and the excitement and everything coming together right now, I just predict that they got a little noise to make in a couple of these tournaments. I don't know how far they're going to go. It doesn't really matter. They're a lot of fun to watch. They're great kids, but this is Coach Izzo's top effort ever as far as coaching to continue his Hall of Fame legendary status. And I'm very excited to see what happens in these tournaments. But congratulations to Coach Izzo and the MSU kids on the basketball team. We'll see everybody next week.